sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
They'll run on 1st down. Moore. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Play action, it's Kelly. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A play fake, now Kelly. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Kelly, he's got large and complete here over the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And not the 1st quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. At the 31-yard line. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. So left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
This defense porous so far in this 1st quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Draymond Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll look to throw here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down throw. Kelly. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. To throw, Kelly. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances. Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off, and then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They go play action here on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
To throw again on 2nd down, Kelly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now, what you're rooting for.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 44. The 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. 2nd and 1 from the 2. A handoff running left, Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it with Mixon. And this time he is in. Yes. Joe Mixon as the 1st half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Seahawks 7. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Paris Campbell now on the return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Kelly to throw.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Second and 10. That's out quickly to Chenault. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Kelly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, come on.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 15 now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Now Kelly. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kelly. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 30 yards. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Kelly. Connection made with Shenault. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown! Laviska Shenault hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie, Divine Diablo. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
I was talking to her about tonight, and she said if they come over Thursday, they can't spend the night, they can only visit.
They can only what?
Visit.
Oh, that's what she
Can they spend the night, please? Maybe if y'all talk.
What your mama said.
Well, maybe if y'all talk about it, because she said you don't watch them.
I don't.
They'll roll him out right.
So maybe,
He'll throw it back deep.
maybe if you say you'll watch them, then maybe she'll let
Good
them
effort
spend the
there,
night.
trying to take a shot, but it's third down. He was trying to find
But she said
Justin
she
Jefferson.
gotta do her test
Third
Thursday.
down here.
But then Friday, we gotta go repeat on our Saturday.
Here's Kelly to throw.
Yeah, we gotta go repeat on our Friday.
That open, that's complete
That's
to Dalton
right.
Schultz. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, that's what she said.
What's going on over grandma?
That she having a party and she wants y'all to come.
Just
Who
2
told
minutes
you that?
remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has
Grandma
been
told
a
you that?
one-sided
She called us
affair.
one time and she told y'all she wanted y'all to come. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, what time is it? Where
So
we
it's
gotta go
Seahawk
to tomorrow?
football as we march toward a conclusion.
Why can't they
They've got
come
a
Friday?
first and 10 as they search for a late score. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to be officially inflating his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably is Ager as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, it's Kelly. This one into the hands of Longin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
All I
As they
did
get it
was
with
just
under
show
a
him
minute to
who
go
he was
now
messing
in the
with
football
and
game.
tell him to stay in his place. You know?
No,
Maybe I did put them out and call him sensitive.
They family, you can't do that.
I did call him sensitive. I did not apologize, though. I did kind of apologize, but I did kind of, what am I for? You know?
Come on.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10.
A play fake. Now Kelly. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after
Oh,
a
my
very
God. That
nice
wasn't a
game.
touchdown.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Joe Mixon, fine work there on the touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
These need a frying pan.
What? Yeah. Your sister can. You can.
What is that?
They'll try and throw for him. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. But it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Fighting his way through contact and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win